And here we go in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to another episode of the Idiots with Internet podcast. Yeah, Alex, or AJ as he's known, is gone, and so is Pat. Yeah, I'm here now, yeah. First episode of 2023, yeah. Thank you for listening.
Oh yeah, we're ripping into this new year like a new shirt,
Rise to the
brother.
top, and we will defeat our predecessor come down. Yeah!
What's up, guys? What's up, Pat? How's it going?
Ugh. Oh man, rocking and rolling, bringing in the new year. It's the 14th of January. Sorry guys for, being so tardy on these episodes. We were saving up all this good content, and that's why we got brand new episodes for you. So we look forward to seeing you again soon on the next one as well.
This one is nice and dense like a fucking brick for your mind, but in a good way.
Oh yeah, instead of wheat thins, we're going wheat thicks for you.
Oh man. So I work at Tesla, as we know, me and you, maybe a few of our viewers know. We got to test the new Model X Plaid. And
oh snap! That thing's got to be a rocket ship.
You have to breathe like you're in like a fighter plane taking on G's.
Oh right, you have to hypoventilate or whatever.
And that's the first start, and then you have to kind of let off. But I mean, it's dangerous. The fact that you can just buy this car, anyone can just buy it, is staggering. I mean, it's like dangerous.
Well, I mean, price point. I think there's a lot of people that can't
compared to like a
buy
supercar,
but I know exactly what you mean.
Or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, it is very impressive, and it's.
I think there was a statistic at one point that the Roadster they'd previously produced was the third fastest production car ever available. And it was like a 2 or 3 year streak where the Roadster was the third fastest car you could buy in the world. Like production style.
I don't know about that, brother. Let me tell you something about Tesla, dude. The fucking Model S Plaid is, I think, the fastest car now that you can just buy, like street legal.
See, that's what I'm saying. These electric cars are just
I can't wait to get to test that
insane.
one. Because the X is the SUV with the crazy bird doors. We call them Falcon Wing doors. Yeah. It's a cool. Yeah, it's cool, but I like the.
So, what's funny about that? I've actually seen some really interesting parking videos. As a lot of people know, I'm with the DMV, so like cars and how stuff works
and you
is
like tech.
Really important to my job. And yeah, exactly. So I saw this video, and it was like dickbag parks in like 4 parking spots, gets revenge. And so it was a Tesla, and he parked over like 4 or 5 different spots, and some big Jeeps parked like right next to him, right? Super duper close. Well, he had those gull wing doors. It only takes like 8 inches of clearance to open those. So it's like he just walks up, kind of shimmies in sideways, and the door just opens fine. One of the most satisfying things is like, yeah, he was a dick, and you didn't do anything to affect him. Have a great day,
pretty much.
Jeep owners.
It's like a win. It's a win. Tesla stock should have gone up that day.
What's interesting though is, for as incredible as their cars are, like the speed, the detections that they have now for their road safety stuff,
pretty reliable.
all that phenomenal, really incredible. But the cars, for the most part, are very plain. That's what's to me so surprising, is they're so understated. The teardrop style of the 3 and the S, they look like just regular cars. And same thing with the X. It's a very plasticine kind of SUV look. It doesn't have any sharp lines. The Roadster, even so, it doesn't have this, hey man, I light up the roads on fire look to it, like you do with a Lotus.
I was going to say that,
or,
like a Lotus
Supras
Elise,
or anything.
that iconic car. You don't see a lot of them, and they're apparently junk, but the Toyota Supra is killer. I mean, everyone wants that.
Yeah, well, we both know a lot of hot bodies that aren't really good inside, so.
Oh, man. So what about you? Anything new, like at work or funny that happened? Something interesting?
Work's been pretty good. Things are changing a bit. I'm on a pretty big project, so right now I'm doing a lot of computer work. helping design some scenarios and verification systems and stuff. So things are really picking up at work for me. One of the biggest things, though, and we were talking about this a little before the show started, is that my sleep is like changed. I've known AJ for 20 years now at this point.
Dude.
Geez, we are getting old. And I've always had really severe sleep issues. I'd get up 10 times every single night for no reason. Just get up, go to the bathroom, get a couple of drops out, go back to bed, wake up again, take a sip of water, go back to bed. But I was having some rib problems. So I watched a few videos on how to sleep when you have some issues. And I started sleeping with a pillow under my side. And in the last 8 days in a row, I've had the single best night of sleep over and over and over. So I've been waking up every day with this feeling of refreshment and vigor, just ready to go and attack the world. And I've been so incredibly positive and productive in the last week that it just feels like a whole new Pat inside. Like
And
I
you're
got
probably
a
waking up
brain
with like
massage.
just the hardest dick, like when you were a teenager.
Oh yeah, I mean it's real small, but it is hard. It is like 4 inches of pure iron. Yeah, I was thinking about that last night as I was just grinding against my bedpost. I was like, man, this is like a really disappointing.
It's a shame our dicks aren't made out of metal, because then we could like just go to like a dick blacksmith and be like, hey man, can you do something with this?
Just weld on
like,
some little
geez,
nubs
all right,
here.
yeah, well.
Ribbed for her pleasure.
I think that would be, if cock blacksmiths were like a thing, I think they would be more wealthy than doctors even, and dentists.
Well, I mean, plastic surgeons that do that kind of stuff make a lot of money. I mean, the whole medical field is incredible. Anesthesiologists are, $250,000 a year kind of job. And if you got somebody messing around with your private parts with knives and stuff, I do not want to be awake. So it's got to be a very costly, I mean, like when I go to the dentist, like that's about my line. If you're doing some fillings and cavities and stuff, like I can take that. I put in some headphones and I just chill out. But man, if you're like cutting up my genitals, bro, I certainly need to.
Yeah,
get
and like
drugs.
you expect the finest quality. I mean, hospital grade, of course.
Well, you're also doing this in like Portugal.
That's right.
So like that's one of the things. Like this isn't like this isn't like something you go to like Hartford, Connecticut to get done. You're going to like Phuket, Thailand to get your dick sewn up. Like this is a whole other situation here. Yeah. Traveling abroad.
Man, speaking
indeed.
of traveling abroad, I'm probably gonna go to like the States this year. I'm going in October. For a week, so I'll probably see you.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I'll try to get
Look
up there.
forward to
I also
seeing
have
you.
to go down south
for
and
sure.
see
Yeah.
my other buddy, but we'll see. We'll get it done. And then I'm trying to go to like Iceland, or somewhere else.
Oh,
maybe.
toads.
Don't know.
I was actually just watching a travel program, and it was on the Faroe Islands, which are really
Good
close
fishing
to
out
you. And it seems like an incredible... Right. Yeah, it seems as though very scenic, lots to do as far as outdoorsmanship, and it being such a remote location, most people in the world would never be able to travel to it, but you, surprisingly, would be able to get there reasonably easily.
That's for damn sure. We have also like Svalbard. That's kind of Polar Bear Island.
Yeah, go up and maybe see that sea
that would
bank.
be hard to get pretty close to, I think. But
yeah, they don't let you.
We know it's there. I think we even talked about that. Like one of the first things we talked about on the pod when like I stopped having guests.
Well, I mean, the word Svalbard is just one, fun to say, and two, the whole seed bank thing is pretty cool, especially if we ever get some fucking pictures on this show.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, oh, yeah. Also, a note on that. All of our listeners want to let you know, in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get a huge buff to our production value here. I'm going ahead, I'm splurging a bit and investing into a new personal computer. That's right. We're going to go ahead and ramp these things up here. So we're going to start getting some more of that Jamie-type content filling up some of this. So our viewers will also be able to enjoy. You know, I know we got right on it with the microphones and the good recording software, so all of our listeners get a great quality experience, but our viewers, we want to start treating you, the people who are focused in on this type of content. So thank you
I feel
again
like
for
also
tuning
too.
in.
I mean, we only really get people on YouTube because we don't really put it out anywhere else. So they're just kind of they're like watch for a minute and they're like, oh, okay, it's not a visual podcast, and they just have it on in the background. We should try to get it on Spotify. I've looked into it, but I can't do anything with my work computer.
Oh yeah, I've got a buddy that does Spotify. I was actually looking to get him on my podcast there. Yeah, it's apparently pretty straightforward. Seems like a solid platform. I don't know what their monetization schema is, so that would be something else to look into. But I think most of our viewers are pretty aware that this isn't something we're looking to make buckets of ducats off of. Yeah, this is a passion project through and through. As you can tell by how wonderfully angry I get sometimes. It's pure passion. It's just
and
passion.
a lot of it is too just to like reconnect. You know, like I live in Europe, you live in America. We're friends from a young age. Yeah, 20 years ago we met basically. So, it is what it is.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's funny that it's
15,
a great outlet for us to be able to
like an idiot there with
reconnect.
20.
And then...
Because I would have been 10.
No, it's... Yeah, but I mean, we met when you were like 14.
Yeah. So...
And I knew your brother beforehand because my sister knew him. Tiny little towns that, we grew up in, which is funny. So I'm currently working with a consulting firm on this project, and their team is sourced from all over the country and outside as well. So we've got these young 22, 25-year-olds from all over the place. And the guy that sits next to me had never seen snow before.
Oh shit!
We had a pretty.
Was he?
We had.
Was he
black? We had a pretty badass storm. We had.
Was he colored? He wasn't colored.
No, he was just. No, thin white guy from Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina, something like that. And then we also have a few dudes from like Louisiana, a bunch of Californians, like just a few Puerto Ricans. Yeah, Yvonne and Stephanie had never seen snow before.
I haven't seen those people or culture.
I'll be very honest. I miss Puerto Ricans as well, AJ. I think we're a total yeah. It's I'm over here licking my lips like the chaps.
Focus. First podcast of 2023. Focus.
I love that both of our like audios just went pure red.
Lean into the mic and just breathe.
All you can hear is all you hear is heavy breathing. It's just it's like an overweight guy.
Yeah,
just went up
got
two
up
stairs.
to get a donut. Whatever. I mean, fat people have very hard time living. We know that.
Oh yeah, apparently Brendan Fraser was just in a movie called The Whale. And it is considered the most realistic depiction of obesity because of the fat suit they made him wear. So, like, when you watch, like, Medea and Eddie Murphy's Clump Family and all that, they're fat suits. They move around like they're just filled with air. But I guess the one Brendan Fraser wore was so heavy that he actually, like, couldn't do things. It actually forced him to live the life of a near 600-pound man. And everything I've seen, he has a very interesting story. I'm glad to see.
He was
Brendan
a good
Fraser
actor. I liked him in George of the
Did
Jungle.
you ever? I mean, you ever hear like what happened to him?
Vaguely, I think I remember reading about it.
It's a short story. So, as he was doing the Mummy movies and stuff, they were filming, and he broke his back. Yeah, like straight up, like broke his back. Not just that little I'm fine kind of thing. It really ruined him. Yeah, so then he got on painkillers.
Okay.
Yeah, so he wasn't able to work for like a year and a half because his back was broken. And then he got on painkillers, and the job offers just stopped coming in, and he started gaining weight because he was on opiates. And it just kept, compounding, and kind of just went viral at some point again in the last year or two, and kind of came back on the scene. So it's great
speaking of like people who are acting and stuff, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye, got fucking demolished by a plow. What happened? How do you get demolished by a plow truck?
I just saw a thing on Facebook. I was scrolling by. It was like It was, sex on Facebook. It's like sexy schoolgirls, magic card, Jeremy Renner's in a terrible accident. I'm like, wait, go back to the schoolgirl thing. And
Yeah,
so
like
I'm
after
mildly
you
aware that
came,
this occurred.
you kind of like glazed over it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Giggity.
It's just, I was pre-gaming. It's
Just
Facebook, you go Facebook, Instagram, just Pornhub. Like it's a
Yeah,
3-step process.
Yeah, that's it.
But feel bad for the guy.
Dude,
I do.
That's one of those things. Where it's
one
like,
of those
holy
things
shit. I
where,
mean,
like,
I don't mean.
and he wasn't out, from what I understand.
No.
He wasn't like fucking around. He wasn't being a nuisance.
He wasn't being a
putting himself in
vigilante,
danger. Whereas, like, yeah, I mean, it's one thing. Christopher Reeves, he was fucking around with that horse. That was his fault.
Balls, dude. Yeah. The next time you get on him,
Yeah, like,
you think you're doing him a
especially with your
favor.
mouth. Like, how do you think you're not going to get hurt? Yeah, you're not Superman in real life.
Dude.
You can't just suck off a horse. But I mean, Jeremy Renner was just like going for a drive. He was probably just going to pick up a prostitute. Car. It wasn't his fault.
I thought he got hit like just checking the fucking mail, like out by you know what I mean? Like he just got hit.
I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever.
And then again, it makes way more sense.
I'm gonna outsource
to fucking actually get hit by a plow truck in a car. That makes way more sense. Because I was like, how the hell does he get hit by a plow truck? What is he getting assassinated? And it was a failed attempt. I mean, why would you want to kill Jeremy Renner? He has a cool song. He's Hawkeye, and also what else is he good at? I don't know. He's Jeremy fucking Renner.
Being a white guy, yeah. I mean, he puts on his glasses.
Hey, he puts his fucking
stuff.
pants on one leg at a time. Probably looks up the weather.
It just says after a terrible
that's crazy
accident. This is all
like
I'm
what were
seeing.
you doing, Jeremy? Were you like, shit, I need to make some side money, or I'm gonna help out like this plowing company, and then you're plowing with a shovel, and here comes this guy, half a bottle of Jaeger in, and he just fucking takes you out. And what the hell happened here?
Okay, so I'm going to read straight off the site here. Mr. Renner's vehicle, which was being driven by a family member and was stuck in the snow near his home. He went to retrieve his piston bully or snowcat, and after moving the vehicle from the stuck location, he got out of his vehicle to speak with his family member, and it started to roll. He attempted to try and get in the driver's seat of his piston bully, but by that point, he was run over.
Okay, so it was his own fault.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, it's a snowcat.
Yes,
like
a groomer almost.
Oh,
right?
dude.
Like from
so
Okemo?
Okay, hold on. I gotta take this one. That's exactly it. I drove
I've
these
been in the back
motherfucking
room.
things.
They were sick.
So I worked at Okemo. Yeah.
Hey,
I did this.
We
for,
worked in Okemo.
A couple of years. Yeah, exactly. But these things, when I started training on snowcats, now this isn't just like your regular Arctic cat. This isn't a snowmobile. This is that shit that drives up and down the mountains with these 3-foot wide tracks. Exactly. The number one thing they told me, hey, when people die from these things, it's because they don't put it in park. They get out because you have to walk across these tracks. It's like fucking tank tracks, big 3-inch like girders over and over and over. So the number one thing they tell you is when you stop, make sure that motherfucker's in park because it will just run you over and kill you. And you will be a very long pink streak on this snow. So it's like, oh, he did the thing that like you're not supposed to fucking do.
Sucks. You would think Hawkeye would have seen that coming.
It says there,
it was a swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Hey, change the subject. Ukraine, you're Ukrainian, war. Takes a long time, right? Takes a long time. You wouldn't think it, right? Yeah. It's like, okay, Afghanistan. Yeah. When America went in there, shit took like 20 fucking years.
Yeah, but I mean, Ukraine's a very
big,
large
but don't
place.
get me wrong. Look at Russia. It's also a big place. They're supposed to be real good at, fighting and having a good military, being known as one of the superpowers, right? So
I don't know. I've seen a lot of
been shitty.
Russian troop
apparently,
videos.
What we've been told is bad. But what I'm asking now is, like, in a Sebastian Maniscalco voice, hey, Russia, aren't you embarrassed? What are you, bad at war? I mean, what? Come on. You said you were going to go in there and crush everybody, and then you fucking didn't at all? and prove that you were a garbage
Yeah, I think
fucking
they were a
military.
lot of thunder.
Russian
Yeah.
people are fine, I'm sure, but your military's it's slacking a bit. It's slacking a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of thunder, very little lightning.
A lot of
there
shock,
wasn't much
not a
body
lot of
to their
awe.
threat.
Not a lot of awe.
Not a lot of awe. Yeah, well, and it's I don't follow a lot of news, but I do like engage with podcasts and long form content, so I have something in the background while I'm cleaning and doing whatnot. And I was listening to some of the political reasons why this has occurred, why like the engagement is happening and stuff. And a lot of people are thinking that it's just like Putin's last go. That, he's just getting to the point where, hey, this is going to be the last like big thing I can do. So I want to make a name for myself, go down in the
Seems like
history
a
books
very
kind of shit.
wild thing to do, but I don't know the guy, so who knows? I mean, I hope that's not
Yeah,
the case.
right? He doesn't text me back anymore.
After that time in Mexico with the donkey, it was like, dude, Pootie, what's up? What's up, bro?
Yeah, right? You show up at the Kremlin and you don't bring a ball gag, and now they don't
Kremlin
invite you back
Spetsnaz
anymore.
Alpha Gamma, that's the fucking fraternity.
Yeah, like Kremlin Alpha Gamma.
Oh shit. Dude, so you were saying before that, we catch up sometimes a little bit before we start recording. You're saying you game with your dad. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's terrible. Oh, he's atrocious at it, but it's still a fun enough time. Yeah, we were playing Fallout 76 together for
Don't
a while, and
I still play it. Don't
yeah,
get it.
It's not worth it. Even if it's free, just you're wasting your
It's
time
not good.
instead of your money. It's interesting that we're able to play a lot of the same games and enjoy stuff still together. So even single player games we'll play separately and then just talk about like how our base building mechanics or what we spec'd into in different RPGs and stuff. He's retired now, so he's got nothing really to do except smoke weed,
Doesn't he
gain
still have the
weight, and play
bees
games.
and
So
do stuff with
he
his
seems to be.
CB radio or?
Yeah, he's still on the ham radio stuff. He's still doing that, but he stopped doing bees probably 2 or 3 years ago at least, and he's kind of just holed
Is he
up down in
working
his
on
basement.
anything new? I know he was he got a patent for a type of sandbag.
Yeah. A process for manufacturing
Like processing
broken
material
sand kind
to
of
make.
thing. No, he's really just he's
That's
definitely
cool.
just like fucking off. Yeah, no, he hit retirement. Was like ding,
Punching
punched
out.
his card. He was done. He was
Like,
done.
well, I guess
He's
now
like,
it's time to
"Yep,
try heroin.
that's it.
Pat, you want to call me while I do this?
Yeah,
Tell me.
yeah.
I mean, I know you never done it, but tell me how to do it. Like, he's like, I'm level 3 on Diablo now, so I'm kidding. Obviously, he's not that immature. He's a very cool guy.
He's like, I lined my whole cabinet with candles. What do I do next? How many spoons do I need? It's mostly just like Chinese food and
Dude.
just dicking around. Like he's got some projects he's into that I can't really
it's
talk
okay,
about on the podcast here.
Now you've
So
distracted me
He's staying
just by saying
occupied.
Chinese food, and I suffer from what could we call it? Like itis diphanthosis or
MSG
something, like the
addiction?
lack of having the itis. I just don't get it anymore. There's no good Chinese food. out here. It's not the same because American Chinese food is really it's so akin to just American Chinese food. That's it. It's not real Chinese food. And
Oh
there's
yeah,
nothing
there's
like
nothing
it.
like this.
It's so fucking good.
No, it's just
And
no. It's old vegetables wrapped in terrible rice wrappers, deep fried, sopped in grease and
Yeah.
salt with like MSG sprinkles. You can't get that other places,
so
and
good.
it's so
It's
freaking
so
good. It's like Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's good for a reason. You can't sell
there are
that.
a
in
few
England.
reasons
It's
why
too good.
marijuana is becoming legal more and more in the States, and I really truly believe Chinese food takeout is probably number 1 on the list. I don't give a shit about politics or medical reasons. Pretty sure that's why. Because anyone who's ever smoked has had Chinese food takeout and been like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. So, yeah.
Like, this needs to happen more
Yeah,
consistently
other people
in my
need to
life, please.
know what this is. So if you're a listener and you're not from America, get on the next plane over to America. Forget about, the chaos that's going on. Just go to any town. They have like 4 Chinese restaurants, probably human trafficked the people in, and they're probably not legal, but it doesn't matter. They make their food good and with love, and it's just so unhealthy. God, it's so good.
The only person that speaks English is
they're
their
extremely
anchor
good with
baby.
paper money. So if you want to see like magic tricks, I mean, just watch an Asian man take out exact change without looking at it and saying like something like "Have a good night." It's incredible. Don't go there with a credit card. You're gonna miss out. Like for real, bring cash.
You're right. And that's what you should do, guys, now. We want to say thanks again for stopping by. This has
really
been a
ramped
fun
it up
time
at the end.
catching up. And yeah, that's what I figured is, this is a great time to let our audience take a break and go get some of that Chinese food. Fill your mouth up with an egg roll. Really go crazy. Get some egg foo young in you.
Please do that. Love you guys. Love you, Pat. See you next time.